Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they managed to take Game 1 of the season series again.
We are in the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon, home to the Trail Blazers, where we'll be broadcasting today's action live. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yes, accuracy was not their strong suit, and it wasn't necessarily because the D was so tough. They created a lot of open looks. They just couldn't hit anything.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. Let's see if they got the message. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. One thing we'll see tonight, Brent, is a lot of terrific rebounding battles. We love guys that clean the glass. Both teams can do it.
And you want to watch those guys who have an innate ability to rebound, Kevin, and how it is that they prepare while their perimeter players are taking the shots. It's almost as if they're predicting where the shots are going to come from, and then they're in great rebounding position, collecting anything that comes off.
It's a skill, isn't it? Being in the right position, knowing where that ball's going to hit the rim and where it's going to go.
It's a tremendous skill, and it's a tremendous asset for any coach to grab extra possessions because you have a great...
Look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
And that's what we're seeing more and more. Point guards who can finish as well as they make the play.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Fresh. Nurkic with the block. Here is Lillard. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Out to the right wing. From 18 feet away. Got a hand on it. Here's Fresh. Covered by Lillard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Young's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Portland with the ball. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story. And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he sat in that mid-range area, which can be a no-man's land defensively, but he quickly moved over to contest.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Green with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Offensive rebound. The second effort. And that one's good. Fresh. Fresh has got his second basket of the night. One thing you notice when Orange Juice is out there is that they're always looking to get the other one going. No selfishness.
And one of them can drop a few in, and instead of demanding the ball, you know, they look to get the other half going. It says a lot about the chemistry of Prez and Young.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
And maybe you can get away with defending one of those areas weakly, but if you're too soft on the inside and slow to react and close out on the perimeter game, that's not a game you're going to win.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Ingles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Ingles has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Fresh. Covered by Lillard. And Green gets it to go.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
It's one of those things, the team hits from downtown, the other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Lillard outside. Pocket 6. Shoots off the step back. It's rebounded by Houston. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Fresh. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And really, last time, what I liked best is he used his body extremely well on the offensive glass. It seemed like the defense wanted no part of him when he got underneath.
Lillard from outside. Green with the rebound. Rockets leading by 4. Pass to Fresh. Another shot. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got his first basket of the night.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And it's a result of the defense not doing its job in the low post, boxing out and preventing second chance points.
Presidential pardon.
Now the pass to Lillard. Picked off in midair.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Trailblazers trail by 9. And Portland not the biggest market, but Brett, this is a Blazers team with definite financial resources.
Yeah, market. When you're in Portland, Kevin, it is a great place to be. You're embraced by the community. The fans love you. And there's really not a lot of environments like this throughout the NBA. So Portland very proud of their Trailblazers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, if there's a Rubik's Cube of scoring in the league, Lillard has figured it out, including getting to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And you look back, and some players haven't really loved playing in the Northwest. You might include LaMarcus Aldridge in that category. But Damian Lillard certainly has embraced it.
Well, if it couldn't be Oakland for the hometown Warriors, Damian Lillard enjoying his time in the Pacific Northwest. He seems like one of those guys just not drawn to the bright lights and glitz and glamour of the league. He wants to get down to business and get to work. Plays with a chip on his shoulder coming out of Weber State. And he doesn't mind that small town atmosphere and those incredible fans the Blazers have had for years.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Little. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
More and more, Damian Lillard becoming that dangerous playmaker. Does a great job there finding the open man.
Here's Fresh. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Passes to Fresh. Young for 3. They get it back. Marjanovic. That one goes in. Marjanovic has got 6.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Off target from three-point range. Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Green left side. Pass to Fresh. Over in the corner, Green. To the inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Also, Brent, we take a look at the end of the season. Something that has been brought up is taking the top 16 teams for the playoffs, regardless of conference. What do you think?
I'm not on board with that, Kevin. I know it makes for some interesting storyboard material to have the West teams play against the East teams, if that were the case in some of the earlier rounds of action. But There's something about the East versus the West and having your conferences represented coast to coast to see who it is that plays for the NBA championship.
Timeout. Start it.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars than everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Feeds to Lillard from 12 feet out. Lillard again missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Fresh. The Rockets with another miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Outside, Green. Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Back to Green. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Green, the pass to Marjanovic. It's Young on the wing. The pass to Fresh. Knocked away. Nurkic with the steal. Out to the right wing. Lillard from outside. That one's not going to go.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
And of the 6 NBA teams that don't share a market with another major sporting team, from baseball, football, or hockey, the Blazers have been around the longest. There's no question Portland is a basketball town.
And the Blazers, an institution here certainly in Portland. The fans, Brent, passionate and invested in this team.
Well, if I had to pick a top 5 place as a player to play where you're embraced in the community and where they just want to see you succeed, the positivity surrounding Portland is at the...
And here are the Rockets. They're on a 19-7 run. We've got Damian Lillard, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Fresh, the pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. And he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Rockets.
The D did their best to contest without fouling, but Young is just so good at bouncing right off him. Just amazing body control.
And Lillard kicks to Evans. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
With the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio, there's no question who Portland's franchise player is now. It's Damian Lillard, who said, "I am." People say he's not a franchise player, but I didn't make that decision. The franchise did. It's more than being the best player, especially with a young team. You're the example, and the standard is here. Kevin, he doesn't shy away from that responsibility.
No, he's built for it, D.A.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Rockets.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense. But last year, there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the 3 off target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And although the D surrounded Young, it isn't enough sometimes. He's just too talented for those guys down there.
To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, you see how difficult he makes it on anyone that's going to try to guard him. Just an offensive dominant player.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Fresh, the pass to Green. That three off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And Brent, one thing you have to like about Jusuf Nurkic is that he plays with some edge to his game. I remember a moment where he scored on a defender, felt they tried to flop, and then handed the ball to them as they laid on the ground.
I love the confidence that he shows. He's a space eater, and he clogs up the lane, and then sometimes he just shows you he's got deft touch and soft hands, so some untapped potential as he gets better.
Fresh, the pass to Young. Here's Fresh. Looking to get back on track here. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
Rockets leading by 14. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now, he has to back off on defense just a little bit. His team cannot afford to have him on the bench at this point in the game due to foul trouble.
Here's Fresh. On the wing, Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
Lillard from outside. Here's Evans. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. You played for, what was it, 6 different teams over your terrific career. We're seeing less and less players remain on the same team for their entire career. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the game of basketball?
I think it's a thing that just can't be avoided nowadays with the way the contracts and free agency are set up and the way the teams like to maneuver around. One of the things, Kevin, I think that's taken effect is a quick trigger from a lot of the younger owners that the NBA has where they don't have immediate success. They're not willing to go the patient route and wait for guys to develop, wait for guys to see their talent and come to fruition with the team that they're with. And so you'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves on.
Trailblazers trail by 11. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. A three-pointer is right on target.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
Pass to Fresh. Young for three. But they recover it. Dishes it to Green. Down low. Trying to get back on track. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
And when you think of the Blazers' history, Brent, this is a team with a somewhat star-crossed history when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I remember in the early part of the 2000s, Kevin, how the Portland Trailblazers were the most feared team. There were championship aspirations at that time, but it's been 10 years now, and maybe some of that bad luck that's always surrounded Portland has worn off.
4 on the shot clock. Lillard somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Well, compact and strong Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Here's Fresh. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Fresh. And the layup's good off the glass. Fresh has got 6 points.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Not one of their better efforts, as you can tell by the score. They've been low energy for most of the night.
That one good for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Some solid defense from Lillard.
Yeah, he is struggling mightily, but his teammates in this one have picked him up.
He feeds it to Ingles. Back to Lillard. There's the dish to Nurkic. No good on the shot. And the Rockets take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And that one falls for Young.
The passion that Young plays with is infectious. I mean, just shows you once again how much he loves playing the game.
Good on both. Trailblazers trail by 11. And Lillard kicks to Ingles. And there's the feed to Evans. Back to Ingles. Here's Lillard. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
Really led his teammate there. Never once did he have to break his stride or momentum.
Here's Fresh. He has 6. He lobs it up. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Sometimes it can get ugly. Everyone wants to show up on the highlight reel, but not for blowing the alley-oop.
Martinez drives in. Evans with it. 7 points in the game. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Ingles. Here's Lillard. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking his climb out of the hole.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the middle. Here's Fresh. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Fresh.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Lillard kicks to Ingles. From downtown, and another 3 for Portland.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Well, after Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard might be the most dangerous three-point shooter in the league at the point guard position. He has unbelievable range and extends that range when he's feeling confident.
And the first half is now in the books. Rockets lead by 7. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there. He cannot continue to cut inside.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
There's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Fresh in at point guard. He's out there with Gordon. Green is out there with Young. Fresh, the pass to Green. Screen by Young. 3-pointer. And that one's good. Green's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Rockets. Here's Ingles. It's rebounded by Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Right side, Green. The 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 10.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Ingles in the corner. Back to Lillard. It's stolen. And it's the Rockets on the break. Pull up Jay, and it's Houston with another.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
To the paint. They need this. Here's Nurkic. Young with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Green. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Fires the 3. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Left side, Gordon. Ingles with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Lillard. Passes it to Little. Portland again missing.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And Prez looking very calm as he drills that 3-pointer.
And he has the confidence to take that shot when he wants. Nice finish to get his team 3 points.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Well, people always say defense wins championships. If you're running a team and trying to craft a lockdown squad, Brent, what are you actually looking for?
Do you have Kawhi Leonard's mobile number?
I've got it.
Yeah,
I'll pass it on. Yeah, it begins with Kawhi Leonard.
That's what I'm looking for.
The 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
A great positional defender on the wing is an absolute must. And then the back line of defense, Kevin, is an interior defender who not only is a rim protector, but just a great position player. You look at Tim Duncan, and even in the latter stages of his career, he's able to put himself in spots on the floor where he knows he can be effective. Not about blocking the shot or taking the charge, but just in the way of the offense. So I always look for a guy on the back line who can bark out orders and hang around the rim to bother everybody coming his way.
I hear wingspan, I hear length. They talk about it in the NFL secondaries. Length is such a big deal. In the NBA, that becomes just as important, if not one of the most important defensive tools.
Length, and then also knowing how to use that length,
yes.
Kevin.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. The kick out to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Not really his range, and it's off target. Trailblazers trail by 20. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 14 points.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance. That's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. 4-on-3 break. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by Lillard.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Inside. Kicks it to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, the play from Nurkic was as good as they come. Terrific job getting deep inside there and nailing the shot.
Here's the screen. Fresh, the pass to Martinez.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Portland's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rockets on defense. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got his second basket.
Well, more and more he's defining himself as the leader, and Lillard's assist totals help him along.
Over to the wing. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Yeah, this is a tough one. The D is giving up way too many open looks, guys, and they're paying for it.
They set the pick. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
And he's not a guy you can give open looks to. The D has to be better. Got to learn a lesson there.
And there's the pass to Martinez. Young with no one around. No good on the triple. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Ingles. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Green left side. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. Ingles with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 12. He dishes it to Lillard. And Fresh picks up the foul.
I'm Prez,
That'll
and
be
I
his
approve
second
that
foul
steal.
of the game.
Presidential pardon.
Another steal. And here's the fast break. Lobbed up there for Green.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And Lillard kicks to Evans. That's tipped. Young outside. Pass to Fresh. Sweet little floater. Fresh has got 5 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, GA. Thank you. And that one's good. Lillard.
And that's what Lillard's going to bring to this offense. Sharp shooting from anywhere on the floor, especially from deep.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. Here's Fresh, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Fresh has got 15. Trailblazers trail by 13. Feeds to Lillard. Puts it up from 15. A rebound by Young.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Fresh. No good with the triple. Portland's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Fresh. 15 points in the game. And Green now, top of the key. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. From the left block, he sends it through. 15 points in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the foul called on Justice Young.
I'm Prez,
That
and
is
I
his
approve
first
that
foul
steal.
of the game.
Presidential pardon.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. We've got Yusuf Nurkic to the Lillard out there with Hart. And that one's good. Fresh. Fresh has got 9 points here in the second half.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
You can see the focus there. His desire is evident. All hugs and kisses right now.
Down low, Lillard got a hand on it. They recover it. That one's in there. Pocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Nurkic. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Fresh. He kicks it to Green. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Ingles. No good on that one. So Houston will take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. He's guarded by Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Fresh. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Fresh has got 19 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard from outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Fresh. Ingles with the rebound.
Well, he's the last guy you want to leave open there, but somehow he didn't knock it down.
Hart the pass to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 34.
And you can see one thing about Lillard, he does not need much time or space to get a quality shot off.
Fresh can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Hart. And a switch here also for Houston. Marjanovic checked in for Rodney Hood. Here's Ingles. Shot clock at 6. And Fresh picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A 3 off the inbound, and the 3 ball is good.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Outside, Green. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
I'm Prez, and I approve that steal. Presidential pardon.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. To the inside. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Now Lillard. This is to Ingles. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Now, Coach has to be proud on how that play turned out. Brilliant set there to get the open look.
To the paint, here's Fresh. Nurkic with the block. And here's the fast break. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Oh, that's a tough 3-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Yeah, awesome job right there of closing out on the shooter to contest. May have made him adjust that just a bit.
There's the screen. Houston moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And here's Green outside. Rebound by Nurkic.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
And he does have range. It's a makeable shot for him, but still no guarantees that's going down.
Passes it to Fresh. It's good. Fresh has got 21 in the game.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
Very aggressive move. Sometimes that'll get swatted, but sometimes you convert.
And it's time for an injury report.
At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. The season is still very young, but that is
he
bad news
competes
to get
in the game. You know he's going to do just the same
Yeah,
when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
Rockets leading by 8. Back to Young. Baseline jumper. Here's Fresh. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Lillard. Goes back up. There's the pass to Hart. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Got a piece of it. They shoot again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Once Nurkic realizes where he is on the floor there, he does an exceptional job getting the D to bite. This is what earns him the trip to the free throw line. When you see Nurkic out there, as skilled as he is, still the thing that baffles you is his size. A legit 7-footer. He weighs 280, depending on what he had for dinner. But he's got great skill, and they're still exploring it in Denver.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. On the wing, Green. Banked in off the glass. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half. And thinking about Nurkic and his size, Brent, he definitely doesn't fit the spot-up Euro big man profile we've seen.
No, he's one of those guys who enjoys the contact, and anytime he can get it, he'll be in there. He can spot up with the jump shot if he needs that. He likes to throw his weight around on the inside, and he does. He makes the most of his size.
And he knocks down the first one.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
All free throws good from Lillard.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Fresh, covered by Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
From deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Bledsoe. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Rockets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup. A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Fresh.
Of all the things that have gone right for them tonight, it might be his defensive effort that's the biggest highlight of all. I mean, he picked a lot of pockets out there, and those steals didn't go to waste. They got out in transition, the turnovers, the hoops. Just great job on the defensive end.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Big numbers for you on offense tonight. How were you able to get your shot going so consistently?
Man, I just fed off my teammates all night long, man. Looking for scoring opportunities whenever I could. They kept setting me up, and I kept knocking them down. So all the credit to those guys, man. They'll take that job easy, man.
Yeah, they do. They like that sort of thing. Hey, congrats, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's...
And another one.
And another one.
Another W in the books, man. So who we got next?
Man, we got the Jazz, and we're going to give them the same treatment. Got to.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game. Fresh. As so often is the case, he was the straw that stirred up the passion, the confidence, the closing ability that we saw from his team tonight.
His ability to penetrate and convert amongst the trees, phenomenal. It set the tone right away. And his attitude tonight was, I'm going to keep coming no matter what happens.
This is what you love to see out your star players. He's the guy you rely on to give a team a win. Both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. It was a joy to watch tonight, Ernie.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Poles, man.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.